Hello, this is Forgotten Rights. Now, TFP, which is Tradition, Family, and Property, has recently been covering the pro-abortion terrorism and violence in Poland, defacing statues of saints, and disrupting masses and a few other violent incidents against pro-lifers. It claimed that abortion and LGBT go hand in hand. This is not true. There are homosexuals that oppose abortion, such as the famous British conservative Milo Yiannopoulos, and there are a great many of homosexuals that oppose abortion, including many secular that oppose abortion simply because pro-lifers can make very good arguments without resorting to religion. Now, there are many nations that allow abortion while not allowing homosexual so-called marriage or relations among government officials. The most notable example is China, which has compulsory abortion, forcing women to allow a doctor or nurse to kill their child. It has the most abortions in the world, with a high rate and the highest population. In Russia, homosexuality is banned in media, which results in editing of major films. And of course, Russia is not very respectful of the unborn. Now, we've seen in recent years they've been trying to limit the number of abortions in their country, but that's not really anything to do with the value of the children. It's mostly because of their population is dwindling. While China has too many people, Russia has too few people. Now, of course, we could always solve this with just international adoption, which would, keep each country's values relatively in line, while it's still changing the races, but it would still be keeping their values in line because they would be raised in those countries by parents, and it would keep the population under control. But we're not seeing that on a large scale, unfortunately, partly because China is not too keen of people in other countries adopting their children, especially if there's a chance that they'll be homosexual. They do not like that at all. So that is where TFP is wrong. They are incorrect in saying that they go hand in hand, but it is true that a majority of abortion supporters also support homosexuality and the reverse. So they often do go hand in hand, but there are many nations that oppose homosexuality but are far from moral Christian, Muslim, or Jewish nations that actually have the values that would make them logically oppose both. And ultimately, it is an Abrahamic value to oppose abortion and to oppose homosexuality. Obviously, if you are a theist, a proper theist, an Abrahamic theist, then you would oppose both of those. But in Russia and China, they're not really either of those. And just because they're against homosexuality doesn't mean they're for the innocent children. China is the largest totalitarian nation in the world, and they should not be given any credit because they hate homosexuality. Because they don't really hate it from a moral standpoint. They just hate it from a cultural standpoint. And it's not ultimately influenced by any type of morality. It's kind of an arbitrary decision, really. So, thank you very much for watching. You have a great day.